Hello, hello to you beautiful bitch. I so appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, welcome, honey. Welcome to the shit show called Tira's Life. But if you ain't new, then you know what it is over here. And thank you for clicking on this video because you know what goes on over here, and it ain't much of nothing. It really ain't. I really apologize for the background. I'm literally standing in the street smoking a cigarette. I just treated myself, and I say treated because it's the most expensive meal that I could get for myself. I just treated myself to Mexican food, and it's absolutely my most favorite thing on planet Earth. I think when you move to a place like northern Florida that does not have any fucking Mexican restaurants, well, barely, right? Barely. And if they are Mexican restaurants, it's not authentic, it's not authentic tacos and shit, it's bougie or whatever. Ain't nobody got time for that. Give me my goddamn tortillas, you know what I'm saying? The tortillas and all that. But anyway, treated myself standing out here smoking a cigarette, and I came to eat here because I gave myself the excuse that if I go there, then I don't have to stand outside and get cold, because I tried to record a video yesterday and ended up getting too cold. Why? Because everybody and their mama, being that it was 50 degrees in Chicago, everybody and their mama was at the park at the Eagle. You guys know a lot about the Eagle if you've been keeping up with my content. And yeah, everyone was up there. So of course I was talking to everybody. And by the time that I actually took the time to sit there and record, I was freezing to death. And I didn't want a repeat of yesterday. So I'm you know what? Go to the fucking restaurant. Because, you don't want to go to any restaurant, right? And sit around for an hour, especially when you're done with your food. But I come in here so often, I don't even have to give the ladies, my damn order. I just say the same when I walk in the door, and it just gets served to me. So I know they don't care. They're not very busy here, But anyway, it's right in Logan Square, and it's not the best Mexican food, but it'll do because it's, by the fucking house, by where I live. So, you know what I'm saying? I make do with it, and I just tell myself it's great. Honestly, truly, I just need to, calm it the fuck down. But I have to get off of this medication, because that's exactly what's making me hungry, I have been. I don't even think I'm hungry. I think I just want to fucking eat. And crazy fuckers, dude. God, these people are crazy. Motherfucker almost drove up on the damn sidewalk where I'm standing. That is insane. Only in Chicago. Anyways, what was I saying? I need to go to Walmart. I need to go pick up some food for us. Not that, I really put food in the house, because you can't. You know what I'm saying? We have to basically have the food with us in the living room, just, you know what I'm saying, because that's just the way it is. I live with too many people, and motherfuckers get hungry and they're gonna eat some shit in their face, so I would just rather not put it in their face, and then they don't have to eat my shit, you know what I'm saying? It really does, just saying that out loud, it does seem as though I have these hardships, living with all these people. I don't live with all these people. I live with my boyfriend, his two brothers, and his mother, okay, in a 3-bedroom apartment, so there's that. But really, throughout the winter, I feel I've just learned to adapt, right? And you do things differently, so you don't get upset, because I'm never fucking mad. Well, I have been recently. I think I'll have a whole segment where I bitch about that, but it has nothing to do with people I actually live with, right? My issue that I'm having now has nothing to do with someone who lives under that fucking roof. It's a cousin, it's a family member of theirs that comes over there, and they're just fucking a weirdo. They're a weirdo with me. I don't get it. But I also know the guy gets on, his cousin's nerves too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why he's over there every day, but he is. And it's just really getting on my fucking nerves. Because every time, every day, not even every time, every fucking day, it seems like I'm fucking yelling at him for the same fucking shit. And he really could truly ultimately control that part of him, being a fucking weirdo. But no, he chooses to do things that alter his mind, right? And fucking put him in fucking La La Land. And he finds himself staring at me all the fucking time. Hovering over me, standing in front of me. It's fucking weird, and I like can't fucking do it anymore. Okay, so now I'm inside, and even though they're playing English music, I feel like it's whack English music. So it may or may not be copywritten, and then you may or may not see that this was pushed out into the YouTube verse. Because if it's copywritten, honey, it's not going to get pushed. So I'm probably going to have to post it on my community tab and just like hope for the best. I don't know. You know what's crazy and just something I guess like to note, you know, even just for myself, because that's, you know, ultimately why I do these videos, just to remember and be able to, you know, go back if I should choose. Not that I ever have, but, you know, I'm documenting my life at the end of the day. You know, I have had the worst pain in my hands this winter. And, you know, being in Florida for 5 years, it doesn't get very cold. And I hadn't noticed anything to do with my hands hurting all this time in my life. But I really feel like once I turned 44 in October, it's just been downhill for me. It really has just been downhill. And it's just something I think I need to embrace. But here's the worst part. Thank you so much. Here's the worst part. The worst part is, how am I supposed to do loads and loads of press-on nails and shit like that if my hand is hurting? Because I do think I have some kind of arthritis or maybe carpal tunnel. You know, I was in corporate America for many years, and I sat behind a computer, you know, for years and years and years. Not to mention, we all basically use computers, aka phones, you know, all day, every day now. And my hands are just fucking killing me. And I think about it, and I just placed a huge order, and I'm really excited about it. I'm not gonna not be excited about it. But I just placed a huge order so I can basically just do nails on myself. Really, that's really truly what I did. And then I just overdid it because I know I'm gonna want to do press-ons for my friends and things like that, you know, and I want to be able to have everything I think I might need, right? So I did. I dropped $300 and, you know, bit the bullet, and I'm really excited about it. But like, if my hands hurt, I remember after doing enough nails in a day, like my hands would start to ache a little bit. Well, now I'm like, bitch, if your hands are hurting, like, how are you gonna do nails? So it may not even be something in my future, because if my fucking hands are going to hurt like this all the time now, it's not something I'm going to be able to do at all. Oh, God, that's terrible. To say it out loud and really just have it be true. This music is terrible. They just changed it back to Spanish music. I hope it's just not copywritten material. That's all I hope. I hope it's just whack Mexican music and I just don't know the difference. But yeah, I guess that's something to talk about, right? Like, I'm going to have plenty of supplies, I guess we'll call them, right? Supplies to do nail content. And I did create a new Gmail, you know, aka a new YouTube account, you know, to do my nail content. I certainly don't have a problem with putting nail content, you know, in the background of my videos, just so it's something you guys can watch if you decide you want to watch the screen, right, and not just listen while you're doing dishes. Ultimately, I don't really care what's in the background. I do know that I need to definitely do some new recordings, you know, all of the construction and all the things that you see in these videos, right, like, is all done. A lot of the streets are put together, you know, like the whole construction of it, I suppose, is about ready to be done, you know, and the neighborhood looks nicer. And like I said, I don't mind putting nail content for you to watch and listen, but as like actual nail content, no. Like, I need that to be on a totally different channel, and I could just use, you know, the channel that I do have, and maybe I will, because there are some subscribers over there. I don't know, but like, my nail content needs to be on a different channel, because I also want to do nail content, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to be doing nails. You know, there's a lot of, I guess we'll call them critiques, right? Criticism that I have, you know, for nail content creators, that maybe, you know, my opinions on things can help them to make their content better and have a better growing channel, you know, a better channel in general, right? Like, whether it's, you know, better quality fucking content, whether, you know, the way some of these nail creators title their shit, it's like, you guys are being so lazy, you're not even taking an extra 5 minutes to make a good title that'll catch a motherfucker's eye, and you already have shitty quality content. You know what I'm saying? Your angles are all fucked up, and I don't know, just like in general, like how to, you know what I'm saying? I love nail content. It is all that I have watched for the last 6 months, because I'm obsessed with doing nails, you know, and I want to watch the hauls. I want to watch all the sets, the Valentine's, the Christmas sets, you know, all the things. And in the interim, I learn, right, how to execute certain techniques and things like that, you know, and then I can do anything that anybody asks me to do. That's the whole point. I've always been really big on, I guess it's not educating myself, right? Like, or is it? Am I educating myself on nails? I think I am, right? For lack of a better word, just educating myself on nail content, seeing what I like to watch, what I don't like to watch. Like, that's going to help my content be better. You know what I'm saying? So I've just been obsessed with it. And I'm like, you know, if you're going to consume so much nail content, you need to be able to make content out of that. And although I haven't, you know, started doing anything on the channel or anything like that, you know, a Tira nail channel, like, although I haven't done any of that, like, I know what I want to do on the other channel. And it has nothing to do with my life updates and things like that. And also, you know, something that is just facts, you know, YouTube doesn't like not knowing what your content is about. And I confuse YouTube by putting any and everything in, you know, under one channel. And I'm not willing to mess my channel up, you know, that I just, you know, started another one, you know, after getting, God, that account was up for 3.5 years, right? Like 3.5 years, 3 years, 3.5 years. You know, even though ultimately I just got lucky, right? And hit the algorithm and had shorts, you know, that did very well. And, you know, I had a short go viral, you know, 500,000 views. And it's a big deal, and, you know, your channel grows off of that. Well, I need to obtain those subscribers. I need to entertain that, you know, section of subscribers that I've been able to obtain. Because ultimately my channel is blowing up and I'm not putting out content, and that's not okay. Well, what I'm really not going to do is go all this time without putting out content, get back in to the algorithm, you know, after a couple months or whatever it'll take, and then be, you know, confusing the hell out of YouTube, and they don't know what kind of content I'm doing, so they don't know how to push out my stuff. I'm not willing to, you know, put any more speed bumps in my area, because, honey, I did that in the past, and I was like, I don't care. Oh my God. But, like, you care, because it stunts your growth. You know, it really does. It stunts your growth. You know, I'm really, really doing my best. New Year's inspire me. They really do. Like, there's something about a brand new year and then being able to set these, you know, long-term goals that you just have to reach before the whole year goes away, right? And it's only February, and obviously I have a late start. You know, there's no excuse for that. But, you know, I want to get it together. You know what I'm saying? I was very much thrown off my square, and it's unfortunate, you know, because, you know, ultimately I allow people to throw me off my square because, you know, I'm a whole ass adult, and no one's allowed to throw me off my square and me not allow it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that. And unfortunately, you know, just, I guess, the shit that did transpire, right, was just a little too much for me, you know, more than I could handle. And I let it get the best of me. And I just have to move on, you know, and I'm very grateful for a new year. I'm very grateful for this, you know, fresh start and, you know, being lucky and having shorts, you know, get into the algorithm. It just truly is like a nice kickstart to, you know, growing the channel. You know, I do wish that I didn't have to spend 5 hours, right, watching TikToks and picking and choosing the shit that really makes me laugh or the shit that really resonates with me to the point where I want to share it, right? And then I have to edit them. They can't match, you know, anything that might be on YouTube. I just assume it's on YouTube, even though I don't get the content from YouTube. I only get TikTok content for my YouTube channel. I truly don't know, you know, if those TikToks are being uploaded to YouTube. So I have to edit everything I put out. You know, I once upon a time, Beyonce went on tour and shorts had just kind of became popular, right? And because I kept basically recording and, you know, re-uploading these shorts, they took monetization away from me. And I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't think that basically, quote unquote, stealing, right, 20 seconds of a video, a short, would ever relate in me, you know, losing monetization. You know, that's really sucky. But I do batch record. I do batch edit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll do a lot at one time. Even uploading them, I just schedule them for random times around the same time. And maybe that's something I could do a video on too, because I'm sure you guys really don't care. But just, you know, how to have content even when you really don't have your own content. I have no problem doing TikToks and doing voiceovers and things like that. But again, I live with multiple people and it's not very comfortable at all, in my opinion, to record in front of other people. That's why I'm sitting at the restaurant. I don't like the idea of my boyfriend sitting in the, you know, two feet away from me and I'm just talking to the phone. I don't like that. I can edit in front of him. I wouldn't care if he listened to a video. I don't think he pays attention to my videos, but I wouldn't care if he listened to my video and I was like sitting there and we were sitting in the living room. I wouldn't care. It's actually recording it in front of people. It's like, bitch, no. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I said this in my last video too, you know. My friend Shelly Abbott, she records in front of her children, her husband, probably her mother, because, you know, she was living with her mother once upon a time. And it's just really not my fucking jam. I feel, not only do I feel weird, it's awkward, right, to talk to the phone and have someone sitting there. While my feelings are being let loose, I can't have anybody interrupt that. And because I know my boyfriend, I can only imagine, right, saying some shit and him being like, oh my God, whoop-de-bam. No, you don't get to interrupt my thought process. Like, this is therapy for me. You know, my YouTube channel has been my therapy for the last 4+ years. And it's worked very well for me, you know, and it's almost like this is my time. This is like some Tira time, right? Like, and I'm focusing on Tira. So yeah, I just feel like no one else can be a part of that. Everything after the recording and getting it out part, I'm good with. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. And right now, you know, there's people in the restaurant. I'm not sitting by anyone very close, but like I'm sitting here talking to the phone and I don't care. But it really is, I think, just my boyfriend and the fam bam, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me. So, you know, when it's not yet warmed up, I'm trying to think of, oh my goodness, what am I going to do about content for the next month until it gets warmer outside in March? Because February is a very cold month for Chicago, always has been. And, you know, even though I'm not from Chicago, I'm from the Chicagoland area, born and raised, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the weather doesn't change in a 30-minute drive, right? So, like, I'm from the same damn area, and it's not going to be any different. We're getting lucky, right, that at the end of January it's 50 fucking degrees 2 days in a row. But who knows? It could be 20 tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? And you just never know. So I do have to figure out a cheaper way for sure, because if I come to this restaurant, honey, I got to eat. There is no like, oh, I can just come and sit in here. Because I come here all the time, they wouldn't care, you know, and I wouldn't feel bad about sitting in a restaurant. I wouldn't do that in just any restaurant, just so you guys know. But it's because I fuck with them so hard, and they've known me for the last 6 months. You know what I'm saying? I come in here all the time. And if I come in here, like, no, my fat ass is going to want to eat. You know what I'm saying? There is no, like, oh, let me just go sit at the restaurant because it's 20 degrees outside. No, my fat ass is going to have to eat some food. So it's like I need an inexpensive way, and I could go sit at McDonald's. I really could. I could go sit at McDonald's. But no matter what is playing in the background, it's going to be louder than what you hear now, and it's always going to be copywritten material. I don't want my videos to not be pushed out. That's shitty too. It's all kinds of fucked up when you don't have your own space. Oh, Lord Jesus, I just went to the bathroom only for the music to change. Now, here's the thing. I don't know how much of the music you can actually hear in the background. I guess it all depends on how good your ears are, really. And dude, I hate Mexican music. I hate Mexican music. I literally had to let the song change before I kept talking because I just don't want to have to torture you, because it's like torture to me. All the screaming and shit that they do in some of the music, it's like, nah, I'm good. I'm so good. Okay. Yes, thank you so much. I won't go back and listen when I stop and start recording again, because I know that I'm going to be really mad that the music is playing so loud. Like, I know this song is really loud, and it's a stupid song, right? It's a stupid fucking song. I don't even know what this fucking music is. But I won't listen to it, and I know that I'm going to be tortured in the editing process, because I'm sure it sounds terrible to have to listen to me with all this stuff in the background, being that I'm at a restaurant. I really, truly have got to figure out a way to do content and to do it at least halfway decently, because my boyfriend is not going to be going to work anytime soon. He's all the way fucked up. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be going to work. So if he doesn't feel good to go outside, like, he's going to be 2 fucking feet away from me. And I just explained recording in front of him is just very much not a fucking option. And I don't know if I'm just going to have to put content on hold. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, doing nail content, I think that's going to be way different to talk in front of people. Like, it's whatever. It's just kind of talking to yourself while you're obviously going through this process doing these nails or whatever. I don't think I'm going to mind talking about that. It's about getting my feelings out that I have a problem talking in front of folks. You know what I'm saying? Not even people in general. My boyfriend and his family specifically. I don't want to be heard when I'm letting my feelings out. I'm glad I just realized that, because I'm like, damn, dude, like, if you really don't care about any of the other things, like, why is it really such a big deal to record? But it is. It really is. It gives me anxiety just thinking about it. Anyways, we're gonna listen to this whacked out white people shit. Like, what can you do? What can you do? And that's the thing, too. Like, music will put me in a bad mood. So I really can't be recording and hearing music my damn self, let alone you guys, you know. That's a fucking thing too. Okay, so I talked to you guys about the nail stuff. I'm really excited that, you know, to have everything I need to do nails, because truly, even if I can't do them for content for whatever reason, my hands hurt too much all of a sudden, right? Or whatever, you know, or can't even do the business. Like, I'll be happy to be able to play with it when I want to, because unfortunately, you know, I lost my entire nail collection. It was robbed from me, stolen, you know, and there's just nothing I can do about it. And hopefully small claims court, you know, will work in my favor. And I'm going to make sure that I take them to small claims court, because I'm going to at least try to make them pay for, you know, taking my shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and I have a digital receipt for everything I've ever purchased. Everything I've ever purchased for nails was not done at a nail supply store. It's on Temu, Amazon, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can prove everything I fucking had in my collection. And now I just have to convince the judge that they have to pay me back for it. And that's going to be something that I take care of once it gets warmer and I figure out what I need to do. I'm going to take these bastards to fucking small claims court. They can pay me for it or return my shit. It's really just that fucking simple. And truly, like the fucking pussy dumbass that he is, he decided he was gonna put a bunch of laughing faces under the post where I'm like telling you guys that I spent the $300 to like get the business going. You know what I'm saying? He thought that shit was funny, and of course he's still watching me and still paying attention to Tier. And based on what like I can bring to court, right, and actually prove that I owned, it's at like $1,400. So I certainly hope, you know, because I do feel like it's going to be in my favor, and I'm going to get my fucking money, and there's going to be a judgment, and if they don't pay it, it's going to be garnishment and all the things, bitch. I'll get my money some way, somehow, right? But I guess you can't take blood from a turnip, though. Like, if they're broke bastards, they're broke bastards. You know, there's nothing you can do, but who knows? I don't know. And I, you know, like I said, I just think it's going to end up in my favor. I can prove it. And they're dumb, and they continue to laugh at shit and do stupid shit. So it's just like, oh my God, that is so perfect for when I take you to court. This is great. You're that fucking dumb. But in order to laugh at me, right, they're willing to be that dumb and do ignorant fucking shit that can obviously prove that they think it's funny that they took my shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I really think in general, not being able to do content, because it's not that I didn't think about doing it every day. It's just been a very depressed fucking winter, you know, in general, and I have all these reasons not to record. But I do think that it has added to my depression in general, not being able to record and not being able to get my feelings out. And then there's plenty of things that it would be so nice to get out and have, you know, someone who I want to bother with my problems, because that's just the thing. I have great friends in my life. I choose not to bother them with my like relationship shit. That same relationship shit is shit that I'm not willing to talk about at all. So if I'm not willing to talk about it on here, and I'm not willing to talk about it with the great friends that I do have, then I have to learn how to bottle it up and just feel it on my own. You know what I'm saying? Because there's plenty that I can't talk about when it comes to my life. Not even that I can't. I don't want to. And, you know, there's never been anything about my life that I thought was, like, I don't know, I guess, quote unquote, important enough, right, that I didn't want to share. But it turns out being in a relationship and being a YouTube creator, right, like there's things I don't want to talk about and I won't talk about. And that just makes it more difficult for me. Oh man, I think it's fucking raining outside. I gotta go to Walmart, you guys, and it's fucking raining. Damn. I sure seen it on my phone too. Might be raining about 5 o'clock. And that's another reason that I stood right here by the house too, is in case it started raining, and I totally forgot that was even like part of the evening. Damn it, dude. Anywho, it really is a big difference when you go from being an extra full-time YouTube creator to not even a part-time YouTube creator. It's been difficult for me, you know what I'm saying? YouTube very much was a very big part of my life. And I focused and gave so much time to YouTube, even when it wasn't, you know, necessary, like I shouldn't have, right? And I gave, like, my time and my thoughts and shit to, like, dumb drama, hateful shit, right? Like on YouTube, and weirdo YouTube stalkers and shit like that. Like I shouldn't have, but I did. I gave so much of myself to YouTube, and I had so much time. Now I have, again in my life, you know, ever since not having my child in my custody for the last 7 years, you know, I have somebody in my life who deserves a lot of my attention, just like my child would. And had I been in a situation where I didn't, you know, lose my child, I probably wouldn't have ever even probably come on YouTube. And if I did, I know for a fact I wouldn't have stuck around. I'm never going to be somebody who has, you know, children or a child even sitting at home and I'm, you know, being a gross dramatic fuck on the internet. Like, no, that ain't gonna be me. And I think too, when you have children, you have to be able to say to yourself, like, no, I'm not going to participate in these things because it makes me so angry that I want to talk about it. And then before you know it, you're talking about it in front of your children. Like, I would never, you know what I'm saying? And I think it would be very much the same thing as having my boyfriend, right? Like, although I'm not embarrassed or feel no kind of way to record in front of my son if I'm, you know, doing a reaction video, let's say, I certainly wouldn't, you know, address anything in front of my child, whereas a lot of these crazy fucks, they don't care if their children are around or not. They're going to address and behave in really bad behavior. Yeah, it's just a matter of, I guess, learning to have that person, a person in general at any, I don't know. What the fuck am I trying to say? I did not go to college, and I'm making a really big... Okay, I gotta shut up. I also feel like, and I could be wrong, but I'm gonna try it. I do think that now that I've been on YouTube for 4+ years, I think it's about time that my content get better. And the only way that I know how to do that is to basically script my videos. And even though it would probably most likely be an outline and just kind of go in from there, like, but at least my stuff will be on track. I won't be all over the place. Just because I'm talking about my life doesn't mean that I shouldn't have, I guess, some kind of hard copy in my face to kind of go off of, you know what I'm saying? So although it won't be scripted content, I think that would be too obvious to people and people wouldn't even tune in for that. I do think having a piece of paper and a pen and making sure that I write down, you know, particular thoughts or things that I want to talk about in that day's video, I think that will just make it easier to digest. I think so many of you who do click on my videos now, I think you've just gotten used to the fact that it's just this ghetto fab fucking content, you know what I'm saying? But I know I can do better than that. I know I can keep my thoughts in order. I just have to take the steps, right, to make sure that I can do that. And it's going to take a piece of paper and a pen, a notebook and a pen. And it's something that I'm looking forward to because I've never done any of this content using anything remotely close to a script. Because, you know, when you talk about your life, that's not, you know, content that you need to script or anything like that anyway. It is going to ultimately, right, keep me on track is what it's gonna do. Lord knows that that is exactly what the fuck I need in my life, right? And I do. I just think it'll make my content better. It is officially the next day, and I was just finishing a thought because my editor stopped literally just like working for me at all. And I am going to record another video. I'm gonna end this video here. Please make sure you check out the last video. I'll have it, you know, linked in the description box in case you missed that. So go ahead and hit that little more right under the title. You know how to do it. I do hope that you subscribe, right? Like, hello. Hit the like button, all those things. And yeah, this is going to be a short video for me, ultimately. I know you can hear people in the background. See what I'm saying? Like, I got to go. And definitely tune in to the next video after this one, since I was talking to you in this video. Hey, girl. Hey, what you doing? You thought I was really gonna end the video? I can't end the fucking video. I can't do it. I can't do it. I cannot put out a 20-minute video. It's just like not even in my DNA. The last 30 seconds that you just listened to is me 2 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? And no, I can't put out a 20-minute video. And if I'm gonna keep talking, I'm gonna keep talking. So my editor stopped working. I got about 30 minutes into the, you know, this video, and all of a sudden it like kept kicking me out and I couldn't record. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm just gonna have to hang it up for the day. I've literally been laying in bed all day, and I'm in McDonald's, which is why you hear all the heathens, okay? And I'm so not done talking. So that's what we're gonna do. And you guys are definitely in this video getting a taste of what content is gonna be to come over the next month, probably. Literally just until it's nice enough outside where I can be outside and not be cold. It's like 35 degrees, but it's wet, cold, and The wind is crazy as hell. Ain't nobody got time for that. So unfortunately, for the next month-ish, right, like until it starts getting nice enough outside where I can sit out there, even if I gotta be with a hoodie and gloves, like I don't even mind that. It's just way too fucking cold out. You know what I'm saying? It's still winter. So until I can be outside and record and find a fucking, you know, quiet space, even though I'm in the streets, right? It's like as quiet as it can be would be outside. Yeah, McDonald's is pretty fucking crunk right now. And I'm across the actual McDonald's from the group of people. And yeah, it's not helping anything, right? Like you could still hear everything, and it's just the best we have for right now. We're gonna have to hear McDonald's in the background, and my videos will be copywritten, and you know, I will not be able to monetize these videos. But you know what? Like, who cares? I can totally deal. You know, truly, like, even if I recorded, let's just say I did 3 videos a week, right? Like, even 3 videos a week for 1 month, that's like, you know what I'm saying, 12 videos. So if 12 videos on my channel can't be monetized in the future, then it is what it is. And fortunately for me, I have been demonetized, or you know, not making money on YouTube off my content, you know what I'm saying, for at least a year. Oh God, like how am I still here and I'm not even monetized anymore? Man, people are haters. I still cannot believe, and truly it could only happen to me, a freaking YouTuber with 1 million+ subscribers, dude, got my channel taken down because I was literally giving my opinion on that was out on the internet about them. I do know in the future, and I'm not saying I'll ever be at 1 million, 2 million or anything like that, but no matter how large my channel gets, right, I will never go out of my way to falsely, you know, report people in straight community posts or videos and things like that. If I'm able, right, like, because you have to be self-aware. Jessica Kent is anything but self-aware. I will never in the future, at any given time, never have, even to this day, and I've had people say and do some really terrible shit, right, when it comes to talking about me and whatever. And I will never falsely report, strike, any of those things to any YouTuber who chooses to do commentary on me. You know what I'm saying? And I have to understand that there may be people just like me who literally will not bite their tongue, will not sugarcoat, do not have a single hair on their tongue, you know, and are gonna say it like it is. And I have to learn myself, you know, like just from the experience, that I don't ever want to take YouTube away from somebody who isn't really out there to do me harm. You know what I'm saying? If I was out there doing and or saying harmful things that really affected Jessica Kent's life, then I would be able to sit here now, especially at this time in my life, you know, after all the growth in the last 6 months-ish, I would be able to sit here and absolutely say, like, you know, I deserved that shit. I know myself, and I know that I would be fully capable of doing that. Like, I deserved that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens because I was doing too much. I was saying too much. But I know that I did not do anything that directly affected her real life in any fucking way. It, like, dude, my commentary on Jessica Kent and her stupid dumb ass, in no way, shape, form, or fashion did Tira Nicole affect anything about her, period. So not only did I not affect her real life, I didn't affect her damn YouTube life. My videos weren't hitting that fucking well on Jessica Kent. People don't click on Jessica Kent videos. You know what I'm saying? They just aren't. And I mean, look at what she's done to her career. All she has that's really working for her is OnlyFans, and that just came to be probably in the last 3 to 6 months. Who knows how long she's been on there? If anyone does know, though, definitely put it down below if you can tell me how long she's had her OF account. Because I know that her man Burner, right? Burner 420. Cool guy. Burner's been on OF for a long fucking time. You know, he's been showing his cock-a-doodle-doo over there for a long time, honey. Her YouTube has been tanking. Her TikTok has been tanking. Her presence on the internet as an influencer has completely taken a dive. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, that's karma. That's karma. Why? Because, like, you can't just, like, take down all these small creators and, you know, use your influencer status of 1 million plus, right, to get things done and things taken down and channels taken away. You know, I'm certainly not the only person she's, you know, done it to. I think I'm really just the only one that is obvious that she had everything to do with it and she was able to get it taken down. But that's what happens, right? Like, big creators have Patreons full of fucking stans, and those stans are willing to do everything and anything they want to take down the detractors, you know, like, oh my God, these bullies, we gotta rid the internet of bullies. But 10,000 people are watching what I have to say about Jessica Kent. And trust me, it's not 10,000 people because I'm doing or saying disgusting things. I actually haven't watched anything Jessica Kent in at least 6 months. I don't know anything going on about her that I haven't heard in live streams, you know, or something like that from people who do pay attention to her. If you guys want a video with my updated opinions and or thoughts, right, on Jessica Kent, let me know and I promise I shall deliver. I have a video where I asked you guys like 2 months ago, I think, if you wanted a video, and I had every intention on doing it. Recording is just a big deal, as you know, if you listen to the damn video. I'm so bored of her, truly, after covering her for nearly a year and her giving me so much to talk about. I think that's what it is when people are so problematic that they give you so much to talk about as a creator covering said problematic person. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to not get bored, I think. And I have always, and I will not make the same mistake twice, I have always kind of started, you know, talking about certain YouTuber or whatever, and I find myself keeping up with them, and they have been, or in my opinion, right, have been so problematic or, you know, doing crazy, stupid shit that they continue to give me content all the time just by simply breathing. I mean, that's a thing, right? Like, we all know that. It's YouTube after all. Hello, we've all been here long enough. And, you know, honestly, just like saying it out loud, you know, in the past, like especially in the beginning, I definitely did that with, you know, communities. I would, you know, do a video covering, you know, a certain, you know, person or whatever situation in that community. And they continue to do crazy fucked up shit. So it's like I always had content and I would be so involved. And it becomes a little more personal when you get so wrapped up into like everyday things for these other YouTubers that you know that I'm talking about. So that's just like the reality of the situation, truly. But I have had to think a lot in the last 24 hours about what I'm going to do about content. And unfortunately, I'm just going to have really caca videos for the next month until winter is gone, because spring is right around the corner. Speaking of spring, now that I said the word out loud, I actually took the plunge. Okay, I actually just did it and spent, I want to say, probably about $160 on clothes at Amazon. And what I did, I'm so fucking cheap. Oh God, the cheapness of me anymore, I trip myself out. I truly do. Sorry, a guy's listening to his phone all loud and he doesn't care that he's in a public place and just has his phone blasting, so it's in the background. So I do apologize for that, and I do believe it's in another language. Sounds like Russian, to be quite honest, and that just seems like a really hard language. But anyway, I guess that's just how people are. I mean, that's why I'm basically yelling, just so you guys can hear me and I can somehow, some way cover up this background noise. But yeah, totally took the plunge. I bought a 7-pack of leggings. Your girl lives in leggings. That's just what it is. But at least it's 7 different colors. Then my cheap butt went on Amazon looking at graphic tees for women under $5. And yes, honey, yes, we did. We found hella fucking t-shirts that I'm willing to spend $5 on. And I ordered probably 7 of those. And then I got a couple lounge outfits that, you know, are still like joggerish, right? Like winterish almost. Some new jammies, because the only jammies I own, which I have 4 pairs of, like I have plenty, are long sleeve and pants. Well, the jammies I got, maybe one of them is long sleeves and shorts, but like otherwise it's short sleeve and shorts. I need some jammies that I'm not going to sweat to death in either. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. So yeah, I don't know. It was something about, you know, a new year where I was just like, you know what? I have to have decent fucking clothes. I don't want to look like a goddamn bum all summer or spring even. Spring's right around the corner. And it's like, I cannot look like a bum all the time. Like, it's one thing, my first summer here, right? And I was totally homeless, living in a park, you know, sleeping on a monument for a month or 2. I don't even remember how long it was. But, like, until I actually officially moved in with my boyfriend, I was homeless. Like, I can look homeless. And then even, you know, barely moving in with him, I just didn't have nothing, you know, except for them few outfits. You know, it kind of worked, but I just feel like I don't have any more excuses. And I've looked crazy all winter. And it's just because, like, working with hand-me-downs and trying to match things and, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have the best things or maybe things that I feel the most comfortable in. So, yeah, I totally just treated myself this month on top of, I think it's like $320 at this point. A $320, you know, nail haul. I definitely spent $300, maybe a little bit over that on 99 items, and I might have just placed a $26 order, but it's only because I really did forget some things, and for the last maybe 3-4 days, I've been like going and putting in my cart the things that I was like, oh, I forgot. You know what I'm saying? So I'll watch a video, because I watch nail content only. I'll watch a video and I'll be like, oh shit, that's right. I totally need that magnet. I love that magnet, you know, or whatever. I needed, you know, little cheap tweezers and, you know, just things like that to get the stickers and all that, whatever. Oh my God, I forgot a silicone tool. Damn it. But anyway, that's that, right? And yeah, I just like decided, you know what, like no more messing around, you know, spring is right around the corner. And yeah, you ain't gonna look crazy, girl. You just ain't gonna do it. And you know, it's also been extremely difficult to me to have nothing. I literally have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, I was robbed of basically my whole collection of clothes as well. You know what I'm saying? I was given back so little of my actual belongings. It wasn't worth it to pay $75 a month to put it in storage. And unfortunately, at the time, right, like I was not able to go get, you know, the little bit of clothes that I did have in there. So everything I own, I've purchased since I came to Chicago. And it's really, really hard to start from scratch, you know, to have nothing and literally be living out of this plastic tote. You know, my whole wardrobe lives in a plastic tote. And that's hard for me because, like, I've never not had the things that you need, you know, like, it's one thing not to have a car, right? But, like, to not have an actual wardrobe, like, no. I've always had a big ass wardrobe. I've always had hella clothes. And I've also, as much as I love to live in things like jammies or just like loungewear in general, right? Like, I've always had really nice fucking clothes. which is why they were taken, right? So, like, I mean, it is what it is. I can understand, honestly, being robbed of my clothes, because, like, when a bitch ain't got nothing, right, like, she don't have shit in her life, she can't afford to buy new clothes. I think she spent $10 on shorts this past summer, and she was, like, proud of herself and patting herself on the back. When you motherfucker that ain't got shit, of course you're gonna steal someone's shit, like their clothes. Like my nail shit, like that you don't know what to do with, like that doesn't make sense to me. But at least the clothes make sense. But anyway, yeah, not having anything. And then it's not even like, dude, I bought leggings, right? Leggings, 7 pairs of leggings, same leggings, just different colors. 7 pairs of leggings, and then $5 shirts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that the shirts are ugly, because they're definitely not ugly. I wouldn't have gotten them. You know what I'm saying? If I had to spend $7, $8 on a shirt for them not to be ugly, I would have done that. But they're not like cool shirts either. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always had really cool clothes. Like I've always had plenty of, you know, these material things that motherfuckers want to have in their lives. You know what I'm saying? I've always had plenty. I might be broke and can't buy like a new pair of Jordans or something, right? Like that's kind of been my story the last, I would say, 10 years, right? Not having a lot of money and not being able to like splurge on, you know, great things. But like I've always had a lot of, you know, material items, you know, the necessity ones anyway. And I will not dress like I'm fucking homeless this year. I'm just not going to do it, you know. And if I have to, you know, buy 7 pairs of pants for fucking $38.99 and some $5 gosh damn graphic tees, then motherfucker, that's what I'm gonna do. You know, you do what you gotta do, because I guarantee you everything that I've purchased from Amazon is 10 times better than the clothes that fill up that tote now. You know, like, I'm going to get rid of them things. I'm not staying with them ugly, you know, $6 joggers from Family Dollar. No, because I don't dress like that. I don't wear clothes like that. And I don't feel my best in ugly clothes, you know. The ugly ones are the cheap ones. And honey, I have just been a cheap bitch for many months now. You know, it's funny because you guys have no idea when I put the phone down and stop recording and talking into the phone. You know, so much has gone on around me that I'm not talking about. You don't know what's going on around me. But here's the thing. I remember all summer, I would escape to places like McDonald's or the restaurant, or, you know, the Italian beef spot that I go to, or the liquor store, you know, the little table in front of the liquor store. That's my favorite spot that I found and made for myself all summer. But I would escape to those places to get away from all the people that would be at the park. Well, now that it's winter, I can come into McDonald's at any time of day, any day of the week, and I'm going to see not one, but multiple people that I know from this summer meeting them at the park. And truly, I mean, I guess it's obvious, and I'm sure it'd be obvious to any of you, you know, winters in Chicago. The few people that I do see in the McDonald's are always those that are homeless. And, you know, I would consider her my friend. I really would. But, like, a friend is so much more to me than just, like, the word friend. You know what I'm saying? We got to have trust, respect, communication, and, you know, you got to ride for me like I ride for you, you know, and that's what a friend is to me. And she's just severely mentally ill. You know, unfortunately for me, I have my McDonald's time, which has this winter turned into getting away from my boyfriend time. She's like always here. And I do mess with her. You know, I fuck with her. I really do. I really, really like her. But it's not like I can actually have conversation with her. And you guys, I am only, because it's so cold out, I'm only able to smoke half a cigarette at a time. It's like 35 outside, but it feels like 20 in my opinion. And I didn't wear my winter coat. I just put on my hoodie because my brother-in-law had been out earlier in the day. And I think it was just because it was sunnier outside that it was warmer. And yeah, I should have turned around and went and got my winter coat, and I didn't because I'm lazy and I just kept on walking. But anyway, so I have only been able to smoke half a cigarette at a time. Okay, that's the purpose of all the extra talking. So because I am who I am, not only do I never leave here with any singles on me because I'm always giving them to her or anybody else that I recognize who I know is homeless just where they can eat something or get something hot to drink. I have smoked a total of 1 cigarette and I have given away a total of 1 fucking cigarette. Like, no. But let me tell you my biggest problem. Let me tell you how I ended up in that situation, which is exactly why I cannot complain about it. I left half a cigarette sitting on the table knowing she's in here. Then as I'm walking out, I'm holding my half a cigarette, and of course a homeless dude wants to ask me for a cigarette. Well, I'm not giving you a whole cigarette. I'm not giving you a brand new Crispio cigarette. No, you're gonna get my little half a cigarette that's already been smoked on. So yeah, like it's not only is it expensive to sit in a McDonald's or a restaurant, even though it's way more expensive in a restaurant. It's very expensive for me. I'm already on my second Coke. I went and bought a Krispy Kreme. Like, why would I pay $2.50 for a little ass donut? But I did because I'm just being fat and I just wanted chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. And I pay $1.87 just for a cup of Coke. You know what I'm saying? So it's very expensive to be hanging out here too. See, and now she's walking towards me and she's not going to have anything to say. Hey girl. So apparently she has decided to just come sit here. Apparently that's like what we do now. Put her bag down and everything. And it's not that I'm embarrassed to record in front of her because I'm obviously doing it right now. It's extremely uncomfortable when someone is like, you know what I'm saying, in your face, and that's just truly the bottom line. And there really is no explaining that to her. So I think it's definitely time to end this video. I don't even have a train of thought right now, and I'm sure I've been talking a bunch of nonsense anyway. I feel better talking. You know, if you have made it this far, she talks to herself, so if you have made it this far, then I need you to drop what? Look on the screen right here. I'm gonna put it right here. Purple hearts, bitch. Purple hearts. If you made it this far, okay? Because then I know you watched this whole damn thing and you listened to my mouth for at least 45 minutes. I know I at least got 45 minutes in this video for you. Maybe I'll have to correct it when I'm editing, I don't know. But yeah, not digging this, you know, sitting at the same table as me thing, you know, trying to record. So I am gonna get up out of here, and I appreciate you guys being here, I really do. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever it is you are, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout. I have edited over an hour worth of me talking, and it is 9:30. I got here at 5:30. I told my boyfriend I would be a couple hours. I had to go sit at Walmart and record my little video, and here we are 4 hours later. He probably thinks I was kidnapped. He's not calling me to like ask if I was kidnapped or anything, so maybe he doesn't care at all, right? Like, okay, maybe don't care. But I have been sitting at McDonald's for motherfucking 4 hours, and I'm taking my ass home. All this shit has to do now is export, and then I gotta upload the bitch. So it'll be out tomorrow. Saturday morning cartoons, aka Saturday morning Tira Nicole. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.